Which submarine has no crew, glides silently along the seafloor like a stingray, and could operate for months without surfacing? Think you know the answer? Stick around, we'll reveal it later. Number 10. Akula Class, Project 971. First on the list is a cold-blooded predator born from the icy tensions of the Cold War, the Akula Class. It's the late 1980s. The world is still divided by iron curtains and nuclear posturing, and deep beneath the waves, something stirs in the darkness. Long, sleek, and deadly. This was the Soviet Union's answer to American naval dominance, designed not just to patrol the seas, but to hunt, to stalk, to kill. Commissioned in 1986, the Akula Class wasn't just another submarine, it was a message. A whisper beneath the waves that no carrier group would sleep easily again. Stretching 114 meters in length and manned by a hardened crew of about 73 sailors, it cut through the ocean like a blade. But what made the Akula Class so terrifying wasn't its size, it was its silence. Wrapped in layers of sound-dampening technology, it could vanish into the black, invisible to enemy sonar, even as it closed in. Armed with 6 torpedo tubes and a quartet of vertical missile launchers, the Akula could unleash a storm beneath the sea. Torpedoes like the SSN-15 Starfish, engineered to destroy both ships and submarines, were its fangs. And like a beast that adapts with age, the Akula Class has been reborn again and again, upgraded with newer electronics, sharper sonar, and deadlier missiles. Though forged in the fires of another era, it remains one of Russia's most fearsome underwater warriors, a steel leviathan that still prowls the deep, ever patient, ever lethal. Number 9. Scorpion Class. The Scorpion Class submarine, built under the banner of France's DCNS and exported to naval forces in India, Brazil, Chile, and beyond, is a masterclass in compact lethality. At just 66 meters, this stealthy vessel is nimble, its 31-man crew operating like clockwork inside its streamlined hull. The Scorpion is no brute, it's a scalpel. Armed with Exocet anti-ship missiles and torpedoes fired through versatile launch tubes, it is designed not to shock and awe, but to stalk and strike. In the narrow straits of the South China Sea, or the busy shipping lanes of the Indian Ocean, it becomes nearly impossible to detect, let alone neutralize. But the true jewel of this vessel lies deep within its belly, an air-independent propulsion system allowing it to vanish beneath the waves for weeks without surfacing. In an age where satellite eyes pierce oceans, the Scorpion simply disappears. For nations seeking silent strength over brash displays, this class has become a quiet revolution in undersea warfare. Number 8. Soryu Class / Taigei Class. Think of the vast Pacific Ocean, stretching endlessly between nations. Now imagine the quietest predators that swim beneath. That's the realm of the Japanese Soryu Class and its successor, the Taigei Class. Sleek, silent, and wrapped in technological sophistication, these submarines are not just machines. They're whispers in the dark. First launched in 2009, the Soryu Class was a game-changer. The first sub in the world to use lithium-ion batteries instead of the traditional lead-acid type. This leap gave it unmatched underwater endurance, allowing it to linger and listen where others would surface and retreat. At 84 meters and manned by 65 sailors, it operates like a ghost. The newer Taigei Class takes everything the Soryu did and perfects it. With enhanced sensors, reduced acoustic signature, and greater automation, it is the embodiment of Japan's doctrine of precision and resilience. These aren't just defense platforms, they're guardians of an island nation that has quietly reasserted its naval capabilities in the face of rising regional tensions. Number 7. Type 214. Off the rugged coastlines of the Korean peninsula, a slender figure slides beneath the waves, the Type 214, Germany's stealth export and South Korea's silent sentinel. This submarine may be small, just 65 meters long and crewed by 40. But its power lies in its design philosophy. Stealth over scale, precision over power. Born in German shipyards but reborn under Korean command, the Type 214 uses its AIP system to remain submerged for weeks, lurking unseen in contested waters. It carries Harpoon missiles and DM-2A4 torpedoes, lethal tools for taking out enemy surface vessels and subs in one swift strike. But what makes the Type 214 a standout isn't just its arsenal or compact frame, it's how effortlessly it vanishes. In the cluttered acoustics of the Yellow Sea or East China Sea, where sonar returns bounce like echoes in a canyon, the Type 214 becomes a phantom. Designed to defend coastal territory with swift strategic precision, this submarine proves that in modern naval warfare, the deadliest threats aren't always the biggest. Number 6. Barracuda Class, Submarine Class. Beneath the quiet of the Mediterranean, something stirs, a long, dark silhouette gliding silently through the deep. The Barracuda Class, also known as the Submarine Class, is France's answer to the future of submarine warfare. Sleek, nuclear-powered, and lethal, it's more than just a war machine. It's a symbol of resurgent maritime ambition. At 99 meters long and operated by a highly trained crew of 70, the Submarine is built for versatility. Cruise missiles, state-of-the-art F-21 torpedoes, and anti-ship weaponry make it capable of neutralizing surface fleets and coastal installations in a single coordinated strike. But it's not just a brawler. This is a submarine that can sneak past enemy defenses, gather vital intelligence, and disappear without a trace. What sets the Barracuda apart is France's obsession with quieting its machines. From pump jet propulsion to internal systems engineered for near-total silence, it's as much a marvel of acoustic engineering as it is a weapon of war. It's no coincidence that France has committed to an entire fleet of these vessels. In a world where noise equals death, silence has never been deadlier. Number 5. Yasen Class, Yasen M/Project 885M. Now, dive deeper into the icy gloom of the Barents Sea. Here, beneath the frost-bitten waves, swims one of the most intimidating submarines on Earth, the Yasen Class, Russia's hulking titan of the deep. Project 885M, known in NATO circles as the Yasen M, is a behemoth forged in the crucible of modern Russian naval doctrine. At 120 meters and with a crew of 90, this nuclear-powered Leviathan carries not just torpedoes, but caliber cruise missiles and the game-changing Zircon hypersonic missiles, projectiles that move at Mach 9, too fast for current defenses to intercept. Its mission? Total dominance. Whether that means sinking a carrier group or striking land targets from 2,000 kilometers away, the Yasen does it all. But for all its firepower, the Yasen's most terrifying trait may be its silence. Russian engineers have buried decades of acoustic lessons into this class, making it quieter than even its Western counterparts. Where the Akula once prowled as a hunter, the Yasen stalks as an apex predator, faster, smarter, and deadlier. Number 4. Astute Class. Picture something beneath, something you'll never see, but that always sees you. That's the Astute Class submarine, Britain's most advanced underwater weapon, a sovereign dagger beneath the sea. At 97 meters and nearly 7,000 tons of nuclear-powered steel, the Astute glides silently with a crew of 98. It carries Tomahawk cruise missiles capable of precision land strikes and spearfish torpedoes that can annihilate enemy subs before they're ever detected. But what truly defines the Astute is its versatility: reconnaissance, surveillance, deterrence, and full-scale attack all wrapped into one platform. This submarine can remain submerged for months, making its own oxygen and water as it sails unseen under entire continents. The British Royal Navy has described the Astute as a submarine that hears more than it sees. Its sonar suite is so advanced it can track a ship on the other side of the ocean. In a time when Europe's waters are growing tense once more, the Astute sails silently as a watchful guardian. Number 3. Seawolf Class. Now enter the shadows of the Cold War, where paranoia forged steel and the oceans were battlegrounds of silence. The Seawolf Class was America's answer to the Soviet threat, a predator so fast, so silent, and so powerful that it remains unmatched even decades later. At 107 meters and built like a submerged tank, the Seawolf Class boasts a crew of 140 and an arsenal that includes up to 50 torpedoes and cruise missiles. Its sonar can detect whispers in the deep, and its hull, forged from HY-100 steel, allows it to dive deeper and faster than nearly any other submarine. Only 3 were built, but that's all it took. They're expensive, rare, and utterly devastating. One of them, the USS Jimmy Carter, was modified for intelligence missions so sensitive, even its deployments are shrouded in secrecy. The Seawolf wasn't just designed to win battles. It was built to win wars without ever firing a shot. Number 2. Virginia Class, Block 5. Hovering just below the surface of modern American naval doctrine is the Virginia Class, specifically the Block 5 variant, which represents the most advanced multi-role submarine on the planet. Think of it as a ghost, a scout, and a strike force, all in one. At 115 meters, with a crew of 134, this nuclear-powered masterpiece brings together Tomahawk missiles, Mk-48 torpedoes, and one of the most advanced sonar arrays ever developed. But what sets the Block V apart are its modular payload bays, giant vertical tubes that can launch everything from drones to hypersonic missiles. This is the Navy's underwater Swiss Army knife. Want to map the ocean floor in enemy territory? Done. Need to drop off special forces in silence? Handled. Want to strike a command center 1,000 miles inland? The Virginia Class is already there. With over 60 planned, it's clear. The future of American undersea dominance doesn't rest on size or speed alone. It lies in versatility, stealth, and relentless innovation. Number 1. Manta Ray. And finally, we come to what isn't just a submarine, but a specter of the wars yet to come. The Manta Ray, a name whispered in DARPA briefings and around Pentagon tables, isn't science fiction. It's just not fully real. Yet. Picture a massive, unmanned vessel the size of a bus, gliding silently through the Mariana Trench. No crew, no bubbles, no acoustic footprint, just an artificial intelligence-guided predator capable of lying dormant for months before activating with surgical precision. That's the Manta Ray. When the Manta Ray is fully operational, it won't just change how we fight wars. It will change how we define submarines altogether. Until then, it waits, somewhere, in the shadows of the future.